journalists who have no fears to take things in its real perspective, have a very genuine, serious introspection, investigation, critical comments. They would ask this question, that why this SIFC? This is something unheard of. This is something we didn't know in the past. Well, the journey I've just explained to you, spanning over the last 75 years, has landed Pakistan into this situation where we want to get rid of our begging bowl and yet we can't. Where we want to really become honorable and respected, yet we need to work hard for that. And if we follow that route, which is hackneyed, which is tired, which has been tried over and over again, I think the results won't be different. And I'm one of those who believe in reality. I don't live in cuckoo's land or a fairy land. We must understand our ground reality. Look at what NAB has done to this entire system. If you talk about business community, they are dead scared because they have seen this in the past preceding years, how NAB nabbed them. Just because they invested in Pakistan, they created job opportunities and wealth for this country. How NAB treated bureaucrats, those who really contributed meaningfully and were of this view that if they come out with solutions, out-of-box solutions, which will not violate the law of the land, this country will move speedily. Look what happened to them, to their families, to their school-going kids, children. And let's not talk about politicians because they are used to this, not only during NAB era, but from decades. So I think there is a need for a serious surgical operation if we really want to have this wealth generated and make Pakistan a country which was destined to make its mark, which was carved out of India through great sacrifices of our elders, founders of this country, to get rid of slavery and clutches of Indian hegemony and move forward and walk in the society as a nation respected by all and sundry through hard work, through sacrifice, through untiring efforts, and through valuable contribution, empowering our youth by providing them all available opportunities, creating wealth through innovative agriculture, information technology, exports, textile, and whatnot. But all these beautiful dreams remain unfulfilled for the reason I've just mentioned about. I will be completing my term next month, around middle of next month. Sorry, this month. Thank you very much. I was very busy for the last 48 hours. Our Chinese guests had come, so I was little confused. Thank you very much. But then we are entering into the second phase of CPAC, and that's a great achievement by the grace of God. We want to work with Americans. The American ambassadors sitting here. We really want to have best of relations with them. We used to have in the past on the basis of mutual respect and trust, and not trying to deceive each other, and trying to use available opportunities for the good of both the countries and the people, and similarly with other nations in the world. We have nothing against anybody. We have to look after our own self, build our nation, even with our neighbor. We are prepared to talk to them, provided that the neighbor is serious to talk serious matters on the table. Because war is no more an option. Pakistan, alhamdulillah, is a nuclear power, not as an aggressor, but for our defense purposes. And we had 3 wars fought in the last 75 years. And what happened? I'm being very honest with you. It generated more poverty, unemployment, and lack of resources to finance education, health, and well-being of the people. So is this the way that we have to adopt? Or to have war of economic competition? Because God forbid, if there's any nuclear flashpoint, who will live to tell what happened? So that is not an option. But it is equally important that our neighbor has to understand that we cannot become normal neighbors unless abnormalities are removed, unless our serious issues are understood and addressed through peaceful and meaningful discussions. I'm sorry for this digression. Coming back to the point, today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, we have to make a vow and a serious commitment to our Creator that पाकिस्तान एक बहुत बड़ी नेमत अल्लाह ताला ने हमें अता की, और 75 साल हमने पाकिस्तान के साथ जुल्म किया है, पाकिस्तान के गरीब अवाम के साथ ज़्यादती की है, उनका हक उनको अदा नहीं किया। आज ये मौका है कि आज हम यहाँ पर पूरे पाकिस्तान की एलीट बैठी है, यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान के यहाँ पे सरमायाकार बैठे हैं, बड़े बड़े अजान बैठे हैं, सियासतदान बैठे हैं, फौजी बैठे हैं, डिप्लोमेट्स बैठे हैं, और इस फील्ड से मुतल्लिका लोग वो मौजूद हैं। मैं जो बात कर रहा था कि इस माह हमने अपनी टर्म पूरी करके अपने घर जाना है और एक इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट आनी है, उसके बाद जब इलेक्शन होंगे तो एक नई हुकूमत आएगी। मैं आज अगर आपके सामने ये बातें जो कर रहा हूँ, ये कोई नई बातें नहीं कर रहा। मैंने माजी में भी हमेशा इन्हीं अल्फाज में, टूटे फूटे अल्फाज में अपनी दास्तान, अपनी जो मारूजात आपके सामने रखी। आज बदकिस्मती से माशरा तकसीम दर तकसीम हो चुका है। आज बदकिस्मती से माशरे में जहर घोल दिया गया है। उसकी वजूहात हम सबको इल्म है, उसमें मुझे इस वक्त नहीं जाना, लेकिन क्या यही वतीरा, यही तरीका है कि हम आज ये जो प्रेजेंटेशंस यहाँ पर पेश हुई हैं और ये जो यहाँ पर एक नक्शा आपके सामने बताया गया, क्या इस तकसीम और इस हाल में हम اس پر عمل پیرا ہوں گے اور اس سے نتائج حاصل کریں گے؟ نہیں، جب تک کہ یکجہتی اور ایک اتفاق اتحاد ہم اس کا فیصلہ نہ کر لیں، میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ ہم اپنی کاوشوں میں کامیاب نہیں ہو سکتے. اور اس کے لیے یہی جو آج جو ماڈل بنایا گیا ہے SIFC، اس میں پوری حکومت اور حکومت شامل ہیں، صوبوں کی ادارے شامل ہیں، تاکہ جہاں سے کسی کو مدد چاہیے وہاں سے مدد حاصل کرے اور ان عظیم منصوبوں کو عملی جامہ پہنائے. اور میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ میں بڑے ادب کے ساتھ اور انکساری کے ساتھ میں یہ عرض کروں گا کہ اگر ہمیں میران کی وادیوں میں، پنجاب کے میدانوں میں، KPK کے پہاڑوں میں اور بلوچستان کے سنگلاخ پہاڑوں میں اپنے غریب عوام کا اگر ذرا بھی درد ہے اور خیال ہے، اس ملک کے اندر بسنے والے کروڑوں نوجوان بچوں اور بچیوں کو ان کا مستقبل سنوارنے کا اگر ہم میں جذبہ اور درد ہے، اور اس ملک میں لاکھوں یتیموں اور بیواؤں کو ان کا حق دلوانے کا اگر ہم میں جذبہ اور درد ہے، تو پھر وہ راستہ تلاش کریں جس سے کہ انشاءاللہ ہم اپنی منزل تک پہنچیں گے. اور وہ راستہ صرف وہی ہے اتحاد کا، اتفاق کا اور برابر دن رات محنت کا. میں ان الفاظ کے ساتھ اپنی بات ختم کرتے ہوئے اقبال کے اس شعر سے اپنی بات ختم کروں گا. معاف کیجئے، میں دیکھ لوں کوئی پوائنٹ کو رہ تو نہیں گیا. جی، ایک پوائنٹ رہ گیا. It's a story of dust to development. But we have seen this story of sand dunes to development in the recent years and recent decades in the Middle East, in Gulf State, in Saudi Arabia, in UAE. Look at what Saudi Arabia has done. They have converted their sand dunes. Of course, they have black gold, no doubt. They have natural gas, no doubt. But we have these trillions of dollars of worth, natural resources, water, great brains sitting in front of us, in all walks of life. There is nothing that we don't have, which our brothers have. Of course, in different shapes and colors. So, if sand dunes could be converted into great models of progress and prosperity by our brothers, sitting here and sitting there, in UAE, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, why can't we convert our dust into gold? That is the point at issue. So, the answer lies in completely getting rid of red tape, bureaucratic hurdles, delays, lack of decision making. Our State Minister Musaddiq, he's a brilliant person. Believe me, I'm not trying to flatter him. I'm not in this habit. But this is a fact. He's a brilliant person. I always pray that Allah grants him the power to take decisions. He will turn around things, inshallah. So I think we have everything. We lack only in one thing, and that is will to do. If we gather that will, I think sky would be the limit. My concluding شعر is اقبال's شعر کہ فرد قائم ربط ملت سے ہے تنہا کچھ نہیں. فرد قائم ربط ملت سے ہے تنہا کچھ نہیں. موج ہے دریا میں بیرون دریا کچھ نہیں. پاکستان پائندہ باد.
پاکستان منرل سمٹ کا افتتاحی